Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon is a martial arts action film directed by Ang Lee and starring Chow Yun-fat, Michelle Yeoh, and Zhong Ziyi. Released in 2000, the film won the Academy Award for Best Foreign Language Film at the 73rd Academy Awards, making it the first Chinese-language film in history to win the Oscar for Best Foreign Language Film. Set in the Qing dynasty, the theft of the renowned Green Destiny sword ignites a chain of fate-intertwined destinies between three souls, Li Mubai, Xu Lian, and Yu Jialong. Li Mubai's heart, the Jianghu, martial arts world, is not just a realm of blades, blood, and violence, but a place of responsibility and duty. As the top disciple of the Wudang sect, Li Mubai's martial skills are unmatched, yet he decides to retire, putting aside these years filled with bloodshed and conflict. He gifts his personal sword, the Qingming sword, to the Iron Prince of the capital. The Qingming sword is more than just a weapon, it symbolizes the dignity and duty of the martial world. Li Mubai entrusted his close friend Xiulian with the task of delivering the sword to the Iron Baron's residence. At this point, Li Mubai had already decided to completely sever his ties with the martial world and retire to the mountains for a simple, peaceful life. However, events unfolded in a much more complicated manner than he had anticipated. The theft of the Qingming sword set off a chain of unforeseen events. Yu Jialong, the daughter of the governor of the Nine Gates in the Qing dynasty capital, was raised with great care and indulgence. Despite her pampered upbringing, she was deeply curious about the world of martial arts and the Jianghu. She had heard countless stories of the Jianghu, but could never escape the fate of being married off to a stranger. At the Iron Prince's residence, she met Xiulian, who shared with her all kinds of tales about the Jianghu. Comparing her impending marriage to the shackles of her destiny, Yu Jialong developed a strong yearning for the freedom and passion of the Jianghu. However, despite her inner desire for freedom, Yu Jialong was acutely aware of the responsibilities and her status as the daughter of a governor, which meant she could not easily escape her family's arrangements. One night, disguised as a masked bandit, she stole the Qingming sword. This act marked her decision to break free from all constraints and pursue the life of the Jianghu she had always dreamed of. Though filled with a desire for freedom, this bold move also signified her resolve to follow her own path. The discovery of the theft of the Qingming sword. After a fierce chase, Yu Jialong managed to escape pursuit following an intense battle with Xiulian. The theft of the Qingming sword brought Li Mubai and Xiulian back into the whirlpool of the martial world. Li Mubai had originally planned to live out the rest of his life in peace, but the loss of the sword reignited his sense of responsibility, prompting him to seek the truth behind its disappearance. As Li Mubai's confidant and friend, Xiulian stood by his side, helping him unravel the mystery. During their investigation, Li Mubai gradually realized that Yu Jialong seemed to be an important clue. She was highly skilled and clearly possessed extraordinary martial arts talent, and her swordsmanship appeared to be linked to the death of Li Mubai's master. As a result, Li Mubai and Xiulian began to closely approach Yu Jialong, trying to uncover her true identity. However, despite Li Mubai's suspicions that she might be involved with the green-eyed fox, Yu Jialong remained cautious and calm in the face of external scrutiny. She knew that if Li Mubai believed she was the mastermind, her freedom would be lost forever. Li Mubai discovered that Yu Jialong's martial arts skills were not only exceptional, but also filled with great potential. On an unexpected occasion, Li Mubai even decided to personally teach her the Wudang sword technique, hoping to change her fate and even considering taking her as a disciple. Li Mubai believed she was a potential martial arts genius, but Yu Jialong refused his offer to take her as an apprentice. In a confrontation with her master, the blue-eyed fox, Yu Jialong, with her extraordinary talents, had already surpassed her master's martial skills. This realization not only left the blue-eyed fox disheartened, but it also triggered a profound change within Yu Jialong's heart. Yu Jialong had always been filled with a longing for freedom. Her former lover, Lu Xiaohu, came to find her, But at that moment, she had come to understand that true freedom is not just about escaping constraints, it is more about having control over one's own heart and choices. When Luo Xiaohu tried to persuade her to flee the capital with him, she decisively rejected him. Yu Jialong's heart had already distanced itself from the once cherished lover of her martial world. Her destiny no longer depended on anyone, she was determined to walk her own path. In the end, Yu Jialong once again stole the Qingming sword from the Iron Belly mansion, choosing to follow her own way in the martial world. But this time, it was not about escaping restrictions, it was about seeking true freedom within herself. Yu Jialong, carrying the Qingming sword, set out on the path of the martial world. Disguised as a man, she began her adventure in the Jianghu martial world under the name Dragon Xiaoxia, Young Hero Dragon, claiming that she had once defeated Li Mubai of the Wudang sect, who was known as one of the greatest heroes of the time. In no time, the name of Dragon Xiaoxia spread like a flash of lightning across the night sky, quickly sweeping through the entire martial world. Her swordsmanship was swift and fierce, nearly unbeatable. Many figures from the Jianghu, drawn by her fame, came to challenge her. However, in every duel, Yu Jialong easily emerged victorious. This not only instilled awe in countless martial artists, but also sparked jealousy in some. As a result, rumors about Yu Jialong began to spread. Some called her an anomaly in the martial world, and there were even whispers questioning whether she had truly defeated the renowned Li Mubai of the Wudang sect, who had once been hailed as the greatest hero under heaven. The rumors quickly reached Li Mubai's ears, and he decided to personally investigate the identity of the young dragon hero. Accompanying him was Yu Shoulin, who had been Li Mubai's confidant for many years. They had fought side by side, and over time, they had developed a deep emotional bond. The true identity of the young dragon hero came as a huge shock to both Li Mubai and Shoulin. It turned out that she was the daughter of the Nine Gates commander, the Jade Dragon, who had stolen the Qingming sword to escape a marriage arranged by her family and had ventured into the martial arts world. The Jade Dragon did not want to marry the prominent young man chosen by her parents, so she chose to flee. However, her flight not only severed her ties with her family but also led her into an irreconcilable conflict with the entire martial arts world. However, escaping was not the solution. Yu Jialong realized that her actions had not only hurt her family but also disrupted the order of the martial world. She was no longer the fearless, dragon young hero who once roamed the martial world with ease. Instead, she had become a young girl trapped in confusion and difficulty. Her heart had long been without support, and the emptiness and pain intertwined, leaving her unsure of how to face the path ahead. Yu Jialong decided to seek refuge with Shoulin. However, she did not expect her actions to be met with a scolding from Shoulin. She began to feel that the whole world was against her. In her pain and anger, she resolved to confront Shoulin head-on. The two faced each other in battle, with Shoulin striking first, launching a fierce attack on Yu Jialong. After several rounds, Shoulin's twin blades were easily severed by the Qingming sword. Without hesitation, Shoulin discarded her broken blades and reached for the red tassel spear behind her to continue the fight. Yet, once again, the Qingming sword swiftly sliced through the spear. Shoulin then drew the dragon-head copper whip, which finally turned the tide of the battle. The force of the whip caused Yu Jialong to tremble uncontrollably. Sparks flew as their weapons collided, but in the end, the red whip was also cleaved in two by the Qingming sword. At last, Shoulin had no choice but to draw her double-edged sword to continue the fight. Yet, she was still no match for Yu Jialong, who managed to wound Shoulin with a single strike. Just as she was about to strike another blow, Li Mubai appeared just in time. Yu Jialong, knowing she was no match for Li Mubai, immediately leapt away and fled. Li Mubai had not given up on Yu Jialong. In the bamboo forest, they engaged in a breathtaking duel, where the clash of their lightning skill and swordplay was as fierce as a thunderstorm. "I don't want to be your enemy," Li Mubai said gently, yet with an irresistible authority in his voice. "You can choose to become my disciple, inherit the swordsmanship of Wudang, and walk the righteous path." This proposal stunned Yu Jialong. She suggested a test. If Li Mubai could take the Qingming sword from her within 3 moves, she would agree to become his disciple. But as soon as her words left her lips, Li Mubai let out a soft laugh, and with a swift movement, he easily seized the Qingming sword. He tossed it into a nearby pond. In that instant, Yu Jialong was dumbfounded. The figure of Li Mubai before her seemed like an insurmountable mountain, making her feel smaller than ever before. However, Yu Jialong was unwilling to accept defeat. She quickly leaped into the pond, intending to retrieve her Qingming sword. Just as she submerged beneath the surface, a sudden, sweet fragrance overwhelmed her senses, and she realized that she was being secretly set up. Darkness clouded her vision, and her body lost all control. When the Jade Dragon woke up again, she found herself in a deep, shadowy cave, with her master, the Blue-Eyed Fox, standing beside her. The Blue-Eyed Fox lit an incense, then swiftly left the cave. As the fragrant smoke spread through the air, an unusual reaction began to take place in Jade Dragon's body. Her inner restlessness and desire ruthlessly swept over every inch of her skin. She desperately tried to escape, but realized she was trapped in the seductive trap of the incense. At the most dangerous moment, Li Mubai arrived. Upon seeing Jade Dragon in distress, he immediately understood that she had fallen victim to the aphrodisiacal incense. Without hesitation, he kicked over the incense burner and quickly circulated his inner energy to neutralize the poison. Just in time, Xiao Lian also arrived. The closing-eyed fox appeared suddenly, its poisoned needles raining down upon Li Mubai. Li Mubai tried to block the needles with his sword, but unfortunately, he was struck, and the venom spread rapidly through his body. In his final moments, Li Mubai did not give up hope for Yu Jialong. He wished for her to escape the chaos of the past and rediscover her true self. But the gears of fate could not be stopped. Li Mubai's breath gradually faded, and Yu Jialong had not returned in time with the antidote. Li Mubai's death dealt a devastating blow to Yu Jialong. She knelt before his lifeless body, filled with unimaginable sorrow, while Xiao Lian's gaze held an indescribable mixture of grief and fury. But it was all beyond saving now. At the summit of Wudang Mountain, Yu Jialong stood at the edge of a cliff, gazing down at the endless abyss. Her heart was heavy with an indescribable pain. She closed her eyes, reflecting on every step she had taken in her life, pain, regret, and struggle all intertwined. In the end, she made the decision to end it all by leaping into the abyss, seeking what she believed to be freedom. Freedom had become her sole yearning, even surpassing the fear of life and death. Behind her, 2 pairs of eyes were fixed on her back, Li Mubai and Yu Xiulian. A look of compassion lingered on Li Mubai's face, while a trace of reluctance flashed in Xiulian's eyes. What would her death signify? How heavy was the cost of freedom?